What if I told you that two simple words whispered by someone society ignores every day could mean the difference between life and death? What if the person everyone walks past without a second glance becomes the hero when it matters most? This is the story of how prejudice almost cost a police officer her life, and how an unlikely guardian angel proved that heroism doesn't wear a uniform. Drop a comment below and let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories of courage and redemption. Officer Sarah Martinez had patrolled Milwaukee's toughest neighborhoods for 8 years. She'd seen it all: drug deals gone wrong, domestic violence calls, armed robberies. But nothing prepared her for what would unfold on West Wisconsin Avenue that cold Tuesday night. As she walked her beat, checking storefronts and ensuring the community stayed safe, Sarah barely noticed the figure hunched beneath the faded awning of Romano's diner. To her, he was just another homeless person, part of the urban landscape she'd grown accustomed to ignoring. But Marcus Thompson wasn't just another face in the crowd. Living on the streets for 3 years had sharpened his survival instincts to a razor's edge. Every shadow, every sound, every movement registered in his mind like a threat assessment system. Tonight, that system was screaming danger. From his position by the dumpster, Marcus spotted them first: 2 men positioned strategically near the parking meters, their body language all wrong. He'd seen enough street violence to recognize the setup. They weren't waiting for a bus or killing time. They were hunting. The glint of metal beneath one suspect's jacket confirmed his worst fears. A blade, positioned for quick access, ready for violence. Marcus felt his stomach drop as he realized Officer Martinez was walking directly into their trap. Years of being invisible had taught Marcus to observe without being noticed. Tonight, that skill might be the only thing standing between life and death. As Sarah approached her patrol car, keys jingling in the night air, she finally sensed the danger. Her training kicked in: something wasn't right. That's when she noticed the homeless man by the dumpster, his eyes wide with urgency. Marcus knew he had seconds to act. One wrong move could trigger violence. Too little action could cost a life. He shuffled closer, maintaining the pretense of searching for recyclables, but his message was clear and desperate. "Don't talk," he mouthed, his lips barely moving. Sarah frowned, unsure if she'd read him correctly. But when her gaze followed his subtle nod toward the 2 figures across the street, everything clicked. One man was already moving, his hand positioned near his weapon. What happened next shattered every stereotype about homelessness and heroism. As the situation escalated, Marcus didn't run. He didn't hide. Instead, he positioned himself between the armed suspects and Officer Martinez, using his presence as both shield and distraction. "You think I care what happens to me?" Marcus's voice cut through the night when challenged by the knife-wielding attacker. "I've been through worse than both of you combined. But she's not your target tonight." His words carried weight, the authority of someone who'd survived countless brutal nights on the street. The suspects hesitated, thrown off by resistance from someone they dismissed as worthless. When backup arrived and the suspects were arrested, Sarah finally understood the magnitude of what had happened. This man, someone she'd walked past countless times without acknowledgement, had risked his life for hers. Marcus's response revealed a truth that hit harder than any physical blow: "I've been invisible too long. Tonight, I figured maybe I could matter, even if just for 5 minutes." But Sarah knew better. You mattered more than 5 minutes. You changed everything. As Marcus prepared to return to his life on the streets, Sarah realized this encounter had fundamentally changed her perspective. How many times had she and others dismissed people like Marcus as problems to be managed rather than human beings with value? She pressed her business card into his weathered hands. "If you ever need anything, anything at all, call me." For the first time in years, Marcus felt truly seen. Not as society's burden, but as someone whose choices mattered, whose courage had meaning. This story forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth: the people we ignore, dismiss, or judge might be the very ones capable of saving us when it matters most. Marcus Thompson proved that heroism isn't about what you have, it's about what you're willing to give. Officer Martinez learned that night that being truly protected sometimes means being protected by those we least expect. And Marcus discovered that being invisible doesn't mean being powerless. In a world quick to judge based on appearances, this remarkable encounter reminds us that courage, wisdom, and heroism often come from the most unexpected places. If this story opened your eyes to seeing people differently, smash that subscribe button and share where you're watching from in the comments below. Stories like these deserve to be heard, and every subscribe helps us reach more people with these powerful messages of hope and redemption.